Robert McClellan and Jared Wilson on the pole. They're bringing him through 3 and 4. Brett's looking him over. He's got that green flag unfurled. Our first main event underway here at Canyon. As the 97, or the 87 of Jared Wilson jumps out in front, bringing Charles McClellan with him. As the battle starts to ensue between 81 to 13 and the 2. We're still clean and green, going down the backstretch as they're starting to split them. There was a slow car, it looks like the 13. Had to check up and still having to check up, losing all kinds of spots as the 13's having troubles. Stays high. The 18 and the 6 get together going through turn 2. As the 87 and the second and the 85, your top 3. Jared Wilson still in the front. Speedway Jr. in third, getting all kinds of pressure from the 85 of Joe Peterson. Joe Peterson has now crawled up to the inside as they both caught the tail end of the 87 Jared Wilson. Jared Wilson down low on the inside as the Steve Biting now makes his move, splits him up the middle. The 85 goes high outside. Biting makes the pass, gets the spot. The 87 drops back a position. Here comes the 27. The 27C of Nick Posey. He's getting into the third spot as he makes his way around the 85 of Joe Peterson. As we got one on the roof right here on the front stretch, that'll be a red flag. And here comes the second. Bringing him to the start-finish line. We're underway. The 27C makes his way up into that second spot. That's Nick Posey. As there's a big traffic jam right behind the 87. That's Jared Wilson. He's got a gaggle of cars behind him as the 81, Charles McDaniel, I believe, looking to get around him. As the 87 still having a hard time with steering. But Steve Biting, he's starting to stretch out his lead over Posey. And now here comes the 81, the 64. Daniel Romero joining the 81 as they both work their way past the 87. The 85 has to tag the brakes. Joe Peterson to not get in the back of the 87. Biting still your leader. Posey starting to close the gap. We're starting to work our way into lap traffic. How's that going to pan out? So far, it's working really well for both drivers as they're both going to make the passes. They both get through the lap traffic clean. Here comes the 81, the 64, and the 85 fighting for that third position. The 87 hasn't given up yet. Not sure what happened. Tires might be going away. Setup might not have been what he was looking for. But the 2 and the 27 have just absolutely driven away from the rest of the track as the 81 makes it through traffic. Here comes the 64. The 87 now starting to fight back as the 85 got hung up in traffic behind the 27. The 85's now got his foot smashed through the floorboards as he's starting to make passes like he was wanting to do a minute ago. That's Joe Peterson putting the moves on the 64 of Romero. Gets a little sideways in turn 4. As here comes your leaders. Steve biting. As we got one spinning right over here in turn 4 in the infield. Turn 4 has been a bit of a nasty one for these guys within the booth. But here we go. We're getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Whiting gets a good jump over the 27 of Posey, and they get to stretching out their lead. But look at that. There's the 85. He's starting to make his move. He's made his way up into the 3rd spot. Joe Peterson, he's not messing around. He came from the mid-pack and starting to drive his way to the front. He's hoping that the 2 and the 27 start going to battle so he can start reeling them in so they don't get too far ahead of him. And there's the 64 faded back on the start, starting to drive back around the 5 and the 87. There's the 85 as we got another spinner in turn 4. That'll bring out the caution for sure. Looking to make a phenomenal start. And here we go. We're back underway. Green Flag Racing. Biting and Posey get a great jump. The 85 starting to make his move. Joe Peterson starting to reel him in as we had a spinner in turn 2. The 81 looks like he's going to take it to the infield, park it, call it a night. No caution. No caution. As the white flag comes out, as the 85 lost all his power and lost that position. As the checkered flag for Steve Biting and Posey. Bidding. Steve Bidding. I don't claim to be perfect, but he claims to be the winner tonight.
4 out of 5, baby, ain't bad.
Steve.
Did we win you a trophy?
Steve.
All right.
This is Waylon.
All right.
He's our junior driver. He's going to hang out right here with you in Winner's Circle. Hey, give us a rundown of how that went. That was pretty tremendous when you got out there. It was no holding back.
What? Well, first off, I got to thank all you fans for coming out. I love to see it's full. I love it. No masks. All right. I got to thank Arizona Differential, Meineke, America, Price Right Auto Sales, BRT Signs, Second Chance Racing, Eugene, Katie, Lorraine, Terry, Grandma. She bought the car. She passed away, and she got us this beautiful hot rod, so I thank her. God bless her soul. I got to thank my boys for all their help. The track turned out awesome once you figured it out. It took a minute because it's greasy down there. I mean, it was tricky, but we figured it out. Yeah, and you guys didn't water it before the main, thank God.
Right on. Well, Steve, you collect your hardware, you collect your trophy. Go grab your cash. Give this young man a picture.
Go America!
You're going to get a picture with him, and then you can go